Creating lead magnets can be a hassle, but you need them, right? If you're trying to build an email list. I have good news for you. It's possible to build an email list without a lead magnet, but it's a bit tricky. It's a bit touch and go. It's not recommended. But let me explain. All that starts now on the Dropkick Copy YouTube channel.
You did not ask me that.
It's after a while it gets repetitive. I don't see why everybody able to.
This is what Sam Altman literally says. He's like,
somebody call me.
Let's get it. Okay, so we're going to lay the groundwork a little bit. Some of you might not know this stuff, so let's just go over that really quickly. You're a solution provider, so it's gonna matter to you what the prospects are doing. So the prospects out there in the world are on their little main character journey, and they're unaware of, they're just on their journey until they arrive at a problem they have. So they become aware that they have a problem. That's the second stage. The third stage is they become solution aware. It's like, okay, I have this problem. Are there solutions? Yes, there is. So they become solution aware. After that, they start understanding that, there's differences in the way solutions are offered, and there's brands that offer solutions. They become brand aware. Once they've seen all the brands available, they start considering, okay, look, I really want to solve my problem. They start giving each brand their attention and consideration. That's the next stage. And once they've given the brand attention and consideration, they might be persuaded to download a lead magnet. This is where the lead magnet idea comes from. It's how we get emails. It's how we start becoming more persuasive in our sale, because it's not enough that you have people's attention and consideration. You need to get them to take a leap. You need to get them to walk in your store. Until then, attention and consideration is like people walking on the street browsing. What do they call it? They call it window shopping. Yes. People are window shopping for solutions, right? Yeah. So attention and consideration is that's all it is. They're seeing your social media, they're window shopping. They're watching your YouTube channel, they're window shopping. What you want people to do is walk in your store. So how people in the marketing world got around that is they created this idea of lead magnets. Look it up. I'm not going to go into this because I've covered it in another video, but you might know what a lead magnet is. It's things that you've downloaded, webinars, freebies, etc., etc. These are all lead magnets. Anything that you exchange your email address for turns out to be a lead magnet. All right. Once you've exchanged your email, the people give you the lead magnet. You're in the funnel stage of the journey, right? From there is where you get converted possibly into an actual buyer of an actual product. And if the product works for you, you go into the next stage of becoming a retained customer. You buy a second and a third time, and you become an advocate for the brand, and so on and so forth. This is the overall journey. Now, what you might be curious about is, how can I do this without a lead magnet? Because you have to make a lot of lead magnets. If you're trying to do this thing really well, you gotta make lead magnets for each type of buyer, type of potential prospect, type of context in which they arrive to your content. There's a whole bunch of things. There's so many types of lead magnets you can make. What if you don't want to do that? It is possible. That's French for it's possible. It's possible. It's possible, but it's hard. It's not recommended. It's not recommended because the lead magnet is there for a reason. It generates trust. What you're missing, from going into from the window shopping stage, attention and consideration, to getting their trust is hard. They might walk into your store and leave. Oh, that's really cool. Your shoes are nice, but I'm gonna maybe shop around somewhere else. I'll come back. I'll come back, another time. If they're about to leave, what you can do is give them something that keeps them coming back, or shows that your product is good and you can solve their problem. So that what that does is builds trust, right? So the lead magnet builds trust. If you remove the lead magnet from your email funnel, how can you build trust? So how this is gonna work is essentially you have to be a good writer. You have to become a publisher. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. That's why they create an in-house content creation team, or they outsource it to people like ourselves to write their emails for them and create sequences for them and such. Because there are people who are sitting and working out how to write well and how to write compellingly and write persuasively and stuff. If you don't have a lead magnet, you're going to be relying purely on the strength of your insights. So what it is you're going to have to demonstrate authority, challenge conventional wisdoms, point to trends, offer insights, bring news, and have opinions about stuff. You want to be the type of person that is helping people make sense of their world and their work and their workflows. If you don't have a lead magnet, all you can do is offer them this type of content. Let me give you some examples of the types of content you can produce, right? So you can, at a basic level, you're going to be doing things like gathering data, forecasting, offering commentary on common things, challenging assumptions, putting together little mini essays, all that type of stuff, right? You're trying to become a thought leader, curate links or go in depth. Those things work, right? But what you want to do, rather than just be a person that brings them information, this is going to matter later, watch, I'll explain. So rather than be a person that's just going to bring them information and curate it, what you want to do is be the type of person that takes a point of view on it. So people will come back to you because of your point of view. And the more that they resonate with you and your point of view, the more reliant they'll become on you in their lives, as to make sense of things. And that increases your persuasive ability with this person. So you don't want to mince words, you don't want to play both sides, you want to pick a side on things. You want to make solutions feel achievable. You don't want to be a naysayer. I'm on a newsletter from this dude. He's in SEO and he follows the media landscape, digital media landscape. One thing I realize is he's very negative, and he's always lambasting the tech bros and the tech industry, which is fine. But if every single email is you being negative, you're not putting me in the best mood. I can rely on him for his contrarian takes and the way he challenges knobs. It's beautiful. That's why I'm still subscribed to him. But he's not solution oriented in the way he writes, which is something I noticed. So keep stuff like that in mind when you're writing, when you're producing content as a replacement for a lead magnet. You want to be solution oriented always, while doing the whole thing of curating and demonstrating authority and offering feedback, because it's when you're solution oriented that something you say will be implemented in somebody's life. It's like, oh, this person told me to do this, let me go and apply it. Oh shit, it worked. The guy seems to know what he's talking about. So now you've built trust. Now you have built trust. This is what this is all about, remember. You're not here to just make content to make content. You're here to build trust. So you have to get people to try out what you're doing to trust you. You understand what I'm trying to say? This is what you're trying to achieve. Okay? Let me explain why this is not that simple. Now it's not that simple because freaking LLMs, man. LLMs, large language models. Everybody is going to go to those tools to answer questions. You can't just be relying on information arbitrage, knowledge arbitrage anymore. That's being compressed. The stuff that you used to put in your newsletter pre-LLM days is not going to fly. You can't just tell people, hey, download a PDF I've got. That's the thing, even the old ways of doing lead magnets is going to change. You can't rely on that. Information arbitrage is going. So that's why your unique point of view matters. Exclusivity is going to matter. Proprietary information, personal experience, all this stuff that they can't get from the LLMs is going to matter, right? So you're going to really that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to be good at writing. You're going to be good at thinking. You're going to be good at debating, challenging, being a human, you know what I mean? And expressing yourself through these mediums. The medium of writing in newsletters is writing, right? So that's going to matter. That's why I'm saying it's not that simple. It's not going to be just, I'm going to make a PDF, throw it, they love this stuff, and I'm just going to talk about what I heard on news. No, you have to write well and write in an engaging way. All this stuff is going to matter. That's why people have in-house teams and they hire email marketers for this type of stuff, right? The other thing that makes it not as easy is without the lead magnet in place in your overall funnel, you need an incentive for people to walk in your store, right? What I've seen people do that works is they'll close their list and open it seasonally, right? That type of thing works, right? So keep in mind, just because you've got their attention and consideration on social media through your website and whatnot, you need to have a reason for them to sign up. Incentive needs to be there. So what you have to do is create a situation where you convince the people to sign up for your list because you're offering something briefly, and then offer to kind of take them off the list, unless they want to opt into your newsletter. Your email becomes a lead magnet. You can create an email sequence that functions as a lead magnet. You don't have to go out and create like a whole ROI calculator or create a bunch of PDFs or run a whole webinar. You can create an email automation sequence. Say, hey, I can go through this topic with you in about 7 emails and get you up to speed on everything and show you some stuff that you've never seen before. And that's it. Would you like to sign up right now? Maybe you would. And then after you're done with that sequence of emails, you can say, hey, I've got more stuff on offer. Do you want to read my writing? I'm always talking about these subjects. If you remain and don't reply to this mail, I'll keep you on my list. If not, you can unsubscribe right away. That type of thing is what we propose is gonna work, right? The lead magnet landscape pre-LLM and all, it's all changed. And even then, it's becoming oversaturated, the tactics people are using. Now the tactics are gonna be different. So I'm gonna reiterate, if you're gonna do it with a lead magnet, start getting good at your writing and make sure there's an incentive for people to subscribe. Your writing is not enough incentive, is what I'm trying to say. There needs to be something else, right? This is why people use a lead magnet instead. And I said it's not recommended to do it without a lead magnet, but it's possible. And it works. I'm on plenty of newsletters where they didn't give me any lead magnet. I signed up to them because of their writing. There's many Substack people I found through Substack and such, right? And I read them. Sometimes I skip their emails, but I trust them because every time that they put an email in front of me, there's a bunch of valuable stuff in there that gets me up to speed on subjects that are out of my wheelhouse. I'm like if I work in this field, sometimes I subscribe to people who work in parallel fields so that I can know what they're doing. It's like knowing what's going on in the next department, you know. It's like they just send me a letter and I browse through and I get up to speed what's going on, right? That type of thing is cool. If they were to offer, I've been close to buying things from those people too. They've offered me, would you like to learn more about this area? There's some, affiliate. They ran affiliate marketing campaigns to me. We know somebody who's running a course on it. Would you like to try? Notice I said course. So course creation works because of this idea that knowledge, perspective, insights, all of it is valuable. People are willing to pay money for it. Don't downplay that in your mind. People are willing to pay money for short courses. But that's going to be challenged because of this LLM, the emergence of LLMs and such, right? And that's the era we're in, man, 2025. It's all going to change. And that's it, man. Assuming you've got the incentive together, your writing is interesting and you're offering people stuff, exclusivity, stuff that they can't find through LLMs and such, you will have people joining your email list. And then from there, because you've already demonstrated trust by being solution oriented, they'll most likely be interested in kind of offers that you put in front of them. And from there you can retain them and they can become advocates as such and such. So this is I'd say the long way to go about building an email list. It's longer. A lead magnet is quicker. That's why this lead magnet thing kind of has emerged. Doing it without a lead magnet, you have to, really build rapport with people over time and slowly wean them into the whole mode to buy from you. You know what I mean? Cool. I hope that makes sense. I just put this together because the previous video I talked about email funnels and I realized some people might not want to create lead magnets, right? And if you'd like to work with us, there's a link in the description. You don't have to book a call with us, but do watch our testimonials because then you'll get to know the type of work we do, how we've helped people. It's all there. It's all in YouTube video format. You can kind of just
listen to it on 1.5 speed or
take a transcript and read the transcript as you wish. Link is in the description. Drop a like, drop a subscribe. You know what it is. You know why that's good for you. And more importantly, I'd like to see some comments. Talk to me about what y'all are working on, what your questions are regarding email marketing and such and such. This has been the Dropkick Copy YouTube channel. Take it easy.